James Thomas Morning Blend. I'm here with two of my favorite movie critics. I have Janelle and I have Tony, and we're here to talk about Thor-Love and Thunder, which will be releasing this weekend. Chris Hemsworth returns as Thor. We have Christian Bale, who's involved in it. I was really surprised to see Russell Crowe. That was very interesting. Natalie Portman's in it. It's really a very interesting and fun movie, but let's actually get into it. Last time we started with Tony. This time, ladies first. Janelle.
Thank you. I thought it was great. Being the Marvel nerd here in the group, I have read the actual comic that this is based on. To tell you the truth, I was very, very hesitant going into this movie. I thought Taika Waititi would not be able to pull off the themes of this storyline. It's a very dark storyline. I was afraid he would take it too lighthearted. He does definitely bring his humor into the movie, but he does give gravitas to the themes that are in that storyline. I thought it was very well done. It was probably one of my favorite movies of this year.
Tony?
I couldn't agree more. Everyone, when Thor Ragnarok came out, everyone freaked, just went nuts over it. And honestly, the stakes aren't high in that film, and the humor is very heavy. There's not much else. This is a perfect blend of both. Christian Bale's villain is one of the most memorable MCU villains, I think, and at least in a long time, if not one that's going to be in the top 5 for me personally. But I mean, you have multiple character arcs for different characters, old and new. Just brilliantly done. A great balance that Taika would bring. Obviously, those that have seen Jojo Rabbit, he just balances humor and darkness so well, and that's exactly what this film is.
I'm glad I have you two here today because I'm a Thor fan, but I was on the fence with this movie. I couldn't figure it out. I hadn't read the comics, so I knew nothing about the storyline, and I love going to the theaters doing that. You got to sell me on it, bring me into the story. And it did and it didn't. It kept giving me these, what the hell? What? Wait a minute. No, I can't. No, that's not happening. I love the way it ended. Not going to do a spoiler on that one. I love both of them. Ladies and gentlemen, stay for the mid-credits and the very end credits. You got to. But again, for me, it just kind of caught me off guard. The most fun I think I had in it was the play. I'm not going to spoil that one. And then I was surprised to see who Zeus was. But then I was like, no, this ain't happening. So you guys liked it. So I'm again with you, Janelle. How would you rate it?
Oh, I always have my thumb really heavy on the scale for Marvel, so I tend to be kind of biased. But for me, this is like, for me, Top Gun level. I would say 5 out of 5.
Tony?
I agree. This is top tier Marvel. It's the best film of Phase 4 so far, without question for me.
And you give it a 5?
5 out of 5.
All right, James is giving it 3.5. I'm serious.
Hey.
I just, it just didn't hit it for me for some reason. I was like, what is going on here? I did like Christian Bale. I didn't recognize him at first. It took me a minute. But then I was like, oh, Christian Bale, cool. So I liked him as who he was. Russell Crowe, I could not get into. That just was a little bit too much. Even that whole scene with the gods was kind of weird looking to me. Just kind of caught me off guard. I guess I need to start reading Marvel comics. I need to. But 3 out of 5. But guess what? You guys overruled me. So Thor does get 5 out of 5 for Morning Blend. Yes, you guys overruled me. 5 out of 5.
All right.
But put your arms up one more time. There's those Thor arms, man. Those Thor arms. Thank you for joining us on Morning Blend. We'll be back next week. I think we have Where the Crawdads Sing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mrs. Harris goes to Paris.
Yep.
I need to go to Paris after seeing Thor. Thank you again for joining us on Morning Blend.